Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about RLCS 1v1 this weekend. RLCS is back with ones after the 3v3 regionals are all done for the split and indeed the season. And this split, it's North America, OCE, MENA, and SSA. But the two main ones we're going to be looking at are North America and MENA because they do have a path to the major, just like Europe and South America did in the first split. Winner of the MENA regional and the winner of the NA regional will both play in Rally, and the winner of that will play against Moxie in Lyon at the World Championship. So a lot to play for in MENA and NA, and the other OCE and SSA will have regionals, but the regional champion will just be the regional champion. They won't go to the LAN or anything like that. So the qualifiers happened last weekend. We had some insanely stacked groups in NA and in MENA. Here's a look at Swiss Group A for MENA. Just crazy. TRK went 3-2. He actually lost a series to FBI, who's a pretty solid ones player. Some of you might know him from tournaments I've ran, tournaments Fears ran, perhaps. But this group is unreal. Ops, TRK, FBI, Gazi, Nush, Dr. No, now put all in the same group. It's just wild to see in a top 32 stage. The other group had Nader, Rawas, Truk, Willie, who actually got a win over Clears, which is pretty cool. Don't know too much about Willie, but Abdullah also in here. He's a mainstay of some main events the past couple of RLCS seasons in threes. So that's MENA, absolutely stacked. NA had Wavy Diaz, First Killer, AJ, Rettles, Reveal, Evo, Kevin, and Zapatel, Scribbles, Talk, Chronic, Wiz. Mist SB, that's not Mist, formerly of FaZe, and Envy back in the day. This is a different Mist. Tricky and Cosmic. So NA also unbelievably stacked. It's awesome to see all of these players signing up for ones. The most notable omission is Daniel. No Daniel for North America, so that's a bit of a shame. I know a lot of people were hoping he was going to play, myself included. But no Daniel, the best actual NA players. First Killer, Wavy, maybe some other dark horses in there. Chronic, if he can get back to his previous form. Definitely stacked though with Diaz in there. But okay, I'm gonna do brief predictions. With these events, we don't really need to do too in-depth predictions because only the winner goes to the major. So I mean, really, just who wins is what matters. But before I do that, just a quick again recap of 1v1 and RLCS, what it's about in case you didn't catch this until now. So yeah, there's a 3v3 circuit for RLCS, the main circuit, but 1v1 this season has been included. Every region gets their own one regional. In Birmingham Major, the first split, it was Europe's SSA and APAC's turn. Moxie and Yan both qualified, of course. Moxie won that. And then this split, these, like I mentioned before, these are the regions who are going to play. And only the winner goes to Rally. Only the winner of Rally will go to the World Championship. One match at the World Championship to decide who will be the 1v1, the first ever RLCS 1v1 World Champion. And Moxie's already qualified, which is insanely scripted with the fact it's in France and he is French. But yeah, these are unbelievably stacked. If you do want to catch these matches live, the MENA regional starts on Thursday. They always start the regionals one day earlier because the weekend is the day before in the Middle East, if I'm not mistaken. So Thursday, that's at 5 p.m. British summertime, is when the group stage starts. And then the playoffs will be on Friday and Saturday. They start at 5 p.m. as well. First match at 5. On both days. 5 p.m. British summertime. That's noon in Eastern. I forget if you guys are at daylight or not right now. But yeah, Eastern time, US, noon start. You're going to need to find individual streams or maybe team streams. I don't know who's going to be live with the group stage matches, but for the playoffs on Friday and Saturday starting at 5 p.m. British summertime, that's 6 p.m. Central European summertime. For the rest of the time zones, just go to Wikipedia. If you've got your PC set up correctly, it'll tell you what time it is. You can catch that on the main MENA broadcast, I believe. And also, really cool news, the grand final of the MENA 1v1 tournament will also be broadcasted on the Rocket League channel, which is a first. This is, as far as I can remember, the first time something like this has happened. So you'll catch that on the Rocket League channel during the North American broadcast, because there will be a bit of overlap here. MENA is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. North America is, where if I put my North America page, it's here somewhere. Here it is. So North America is going to be on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday as usual. Exact same start times as we had for the 3v3 regionals, the split. So if you caught any of the threes, it'll just be the same time as those, with the first matches being at 6 p.m. British Summer Time for the group stage. Again, you're going to need to find team streams or individual player streams for that one. I will be view partying both of these days though, so if you want to follow along with me, join in on my Twitch or here on my live stream on YouTube, but the live chat will be on Twitch as usual. So I'll be view partying MENA on Thursday, then I'll be view partying NA on the Friday, and also MENA on the Friday, because MENA will have their stream at the same time. And then Saturday, I'm actually going to be working on the RLCS channel, on the Rock League channel, for the NA broadcast, and we're also going to be casting the MENA Grand Final in there as well. And of course, I'll be working the Sunday broadcast for NA. But that's where you can catch all the action. That's when you can catch all the action. Thursday, Friday, be sure to tune into my stream and follow along. Now let's take a look at some of the actual matches. I'm going to go to Cody VRL, at Cody VRL on Twitter. If you want a chance, or if you want to give this a go yourself, you just go to one of his sheets, then you make a copy of it and you can edit. So I've got one here for each. Just remember to make a copy so you can edit, and then away you go. So that'll load in a sec. Go to the main event for both. Sorry about the flashbang. Just showing you guys how to do this. Yeah, massive shout out to Cody VRL. We've been using his sheets for all of our predictions that we do in the Chalkcast Patreon, all of the predictions I do here on my channel and on my Twitch channel. He's really been carrying there. So I'm just going to speedrun this. Not going to do series scores or anything, because really the only thing that matters is who wins. But yeah, I think Naupo's going to take his first match. I'm going to go FBI over Willie, even though Willie did beat Clears in qualifying. And then look at this little segment here. Rawas, TRK, Nush, Clears. What is that? One of those guys is finishing 16th place. Absurd. I do think Rawas is going to beat TRK, his teammate. And I'm going to say Nush beats Clears, because Clears isn't as known for a 1v1. Nush is unreal. And yeah, Clears did lose to Willie in quals, so I don't think he's in the best ones form of his life. And yeah, gotta respect Willie's Swiss form, and I think TRK will probably eliminate Clears here, and move on to the lower semis. Naupo, just a wrecking ball. Rawas, likewise. I think these two are the favourites. Don't see them losing. I do think Nush, and I'll say TRK will make it through lowers, even though FBI did beat TRK in Swiss. So this should be a good series. I'm only writing 3-0s because it doesn't matter for the purpose of this video. I'm not going to make full in-depth predictions. I'm just going to get to who I think is going to win, show you guys what matches you can expect to see. Remember, this is all happening on Thursday. This group is on Thursday. Insane. So we're opening up with Rawas TRK. Hopefully Falcon stream that, because that's unreal content. Right, Nader versus Ops. I've got to respect Nader's Swiss performance. He, as you can see here, did go 3-0 in Swiss. He qualified through here. So I think he's probably going to continue that impressive form. Ghazi is really good in 1v1, very good into the off-season and other non-RLCS 1s tournaments. Dr. Known is in fine form. I think he's going to probably win that. And Truk, I think these are all just going to go according to seeding. 1v1 is, I think, a more predictable game mode than 3s, at least when it comes to accuracy of predictions, because it's just so much harder to get an upset in 1s. It's a less random game mode, so difficult to play, of course. I think Ops will probably take this little bit of experience edge there for Ops, and I'm going to say Abdullah over the only non-KSA participant here, INAV. I think he's from Yemen, isn't he? Yeah, he's from Yemen. I just wanted to double check, because I have made that mistake with the flag before. And Nader did go 3 on Swiss, but I think I'm going to go Ghazi here, Dr. Known. And then in the lower bracket, not sure actually, Truk or Ops. Truk and Ops are both guys who made plenty of main events. Truk actually struggled in Swiss a little bit, I think. Or Ops struggled in Swiss. Truk actually had a better score. It's pretty close on that one. I'll give it to... I think I'll give it to Truk, because he had a better Swiss score, but that's honestly close. And then Nader, he swept Swiss. I think he's going to make it top 8 as a result. Let's take a look at the... just the insanely stacked top 8 that we're going to get. This is going to be Friday. First match of the day would be TRK Nader in this timeline. I'm going to say TRK again. I'm just going to predict all sweeps, because we just want to find out who I think is going to win, who's going to make top 2, etc. I think Nush will eliminate Truk. And then, yeah, no thinking needed up here. Rawas, Naupo, 2 favorites. But doing Nush and Ghazi, that's close. That's very close, actually. Nush swept Swiss. Or did he? I forget if he swept Swiss. No, he didn't. He lost to Dr. None. Ghazi lost to Naipo 3-0. But I think Ghazi's going to take that. I think Ghazi goes top 4. And, ooh, TRK Dr. None. You know, Dr. None's farm is looking pretty impressive. He beat Nash. TRK struggled. Lost to FBI. I think I've got to go with the experience here. I think TRK is going to take that, and then he's going to get absolutely mashed by Naipo in the semis. He did get swept by him in the Swiss, although that was a closer match than the Swiss would suggest. If I recall, I think it was I think that was a very high scoring match. It doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure it was stuff like 9-8, 9-8, 12-10 or something. So it's definitely close. And then Roas over Ghazi. This is really the only one that matters, isn't it? Who wins? Who actually goes to rally? Roas or Naipo? Wow. I think Naipo's going to take it. I think for some reason, now Roas obviously looked ridiculous in Salt Mine. He played one of the best series I've ever seen against Atto. He had so many crazy series in the Salt Mine against Nas in the final as well. Unreal. Some of the greatest ones I've ever seen played. But Naipo, when he's on, is just a different beast, and I think he could take this. I don't think it's going to be 4. I think it could easily go Game 7. By the way, that's the one that One thing I will say. The only reason I'm predicting sweeps is because it's not. The series score doesn't really matter. I don't want to keep you guys around here too long. Okay, I think Naupo's going to take it over Roas in the final. Let's take a look at North America. This again, remember, starts on the Friday, 6 p.m. British summertime. Team streams, individual streams. Wavy, I'm going to take him over Cosmic. This is also a really stacked quadrant, by the way. Chronic, Retals, Wavy, Cosmic. I think Chronic will probably beat Retals. Evo actually struggled to qualify, but only because he had a bit of a bracket of death here. If I show you guys where Evo qualified through, is it this one? Yeah, it is. So he had to play against Wavy and First Killer, and then he was Game 5 with 5 up. That one he should have probably won more easily, because Evo's one of the best ones players in NA. But it's scary, you're in round 5 of Swiss after losing to 2 great players. But I think he's going to regain. I think even though Scribbles swept his Swiss bracket over, we can see that here, he beat Nawafi, Tricky, and missed SB. I just think Evo, one of the best ones players in NA, his only 2 losses versus Wavy and First Killer. I think he's going to be too much for Scribbles there. And First Killer, I think, wins over missed SB. Ooh, Cosmic Retals is close, because usually I would go Cosmic on this one. He's one of the best ones players in NA. But his farm has been struggling. He lost to missed SB and Roxers. And Retals had an impressive win over 5 up, another good win over Reveal. I think I've probably got to go Retals here because of the farm qualifying through Swiss. Looked good for Retals. Cosmic looked a bit rusty. This is pressure on Cosmic, trying to make it into a top 8, trying to make it into top 12 of a main event. I believe for the first time, Scribbles got to respect the 3-0 in Swiss over Missed SB. I think he's going to take that one. And then up top, I'm going to say Wavy beats Chronic. I think First Killer will probably beat Evo again. And then, unfortunately for Retals, I think his run ends at the hands of Evo. And I think Chronic will probably take down Scribbles. This is a stacked group, though. The fact that Scribbles, Retals, Cosmic are all getting eliminated, it's a very strong group. Missed SB is also pretty solid, but I wouldn't expect him to make top 8 quite yet. Okay, other group, Zapatos. I would have liked if we had a bit of a... I like the flags, but the Eagle's hilarious from Cody V here. I think, isn't Zapatos a American-Mexican? He shows as Mexican in Wikipedia. I think he's a dual national. Yeah, he is. It says over here. You guys can't see it. It says Mexico and USA. We can see for Tricky, for Reveal, sorry, he's got both. He's got the USA and Canada. He's a dual national. I don't know if he was born in the US and his parents are Canadian or vice versa, but he does have both flags. Diaz, of course, the only Brazilian, but I'd love to see a bit of a Mexico-USA amalgamation. Cody V, if there's one request I could make. That being said, I do think Zapata also win that. He swept Swiss in his group. Very impressive. 3-0 over Talk, 3-2 over Wiz, 3-1 over LJ. I think all of those players made it. Oh no, LJ didn't make it, actually. He lost to Cosmic in round 5, although Cosmic's an excellent player, so that's understandable. Tough run, actually, for LJ, losing... to 3 players who qualified. Good to see LJ playing ones anyway. Right, AJ, despite the fact that he's retired, I think he probably beats Wiz here. AJ Where did he go in his group? I'm trying to remember. Here he is. Only lost to First Killer. As for Wiz, lost to Zapatos. I think AJ will take that. Diaz. Oh, I've typed a 3 in a random box here. I don't remember where. Diaz, free play. He absolutely looked like he's in free play in qualifying. There may as well not even have been another player in the lobby. These are great players. Cam, Kofor, Reveal, all very good ones players. Diaz is on a different level though right now. And then Reveal versus Talk. I think I have to go Talk. I'm just going to go according to seeding here because, Reveal lost to Rettles. Talk was able to beat Chronic. You got to respect that. I think it's not going to be enough to take down Diaz, though. Let's just put Diaz through. Ooh, AJ Zapatos. That's a good match, actually. AJ Zapatos. I might give that to AJ just because he's got the experience. And, again, reminder that I'm not actually expecting these to be sweeps. But I am just putting sweeps in. I also just realized that my camera's been covering the bottom right corner. I hope I didn't cover anything important on the MENA. I may have covered up when I was predicting this, but yeah, I had Truk and Nader moving through anyway. Nothing too crazy. Kevin Wiz, I'm gonna take Wiz there. Tricky Reveal. I'm gonna say Reveal. Zapatos, and then Wiz versus Talk is a really close match. Wiz versus Talk is very close. I think I probably have to give it to Talk just because he did beat Chronic. So that I've got to respect that. Put a Canadian through here. So we've got a Mexican and a Canadian going through, and of course a Brazilian. And now here the main days, Saturday and Sunday. We start with Evo Zapatos. I'm going to say Zapatos run ends here. Evo advances. I think Chronic will be too much for Talk, and that's a stacked top 6. Wavy looking great right now. I'm going to take him over AJ. Diaz over First Killer. I don't expect it to be so I'm just putting sweeps in. I'm going to keep saying it just to save some time. But I think Diaz looking like the top guy. First Killer has unfortunately just ran into him here. So, okay, AJ Chronic. Tough one. AJ Chronic. See, Chronic did lose in the Swiss stage to Talk. But he regained pretty well. AJ, Chronic. I'm going to say Chronic. I mean, he is the active pro. They're both pretty close all time in NA1s, but Chronic is the active pro. I think he's going to lock in and make a top 4 here. And then First Killer, Evo again. Does Evo upset First Killer at any point? They went game 5 in Swiss. First Killer took it. I think I have to back First Killer. He has to make top 4. Now, okay. Diaz in the grand final, of course, and then who's going to make the grand final against him? Wavy First Killer is a really close match, actually. First Killer is only lost to these guys, I believe. He's lost to Wavy, and I've had him losing to Diaz twice. Oh no, just the once. But yeah, does Wavy get the job done in the main event, though? That's the question. Can he reproduce that under that pressure? I think I have to give the edge to First Killer in this context. I think the extra pressure in the main event, First Killer is going to take it. But I do think Diaz will win. Oh, 9. Okay, I think First Killer is going to win. 4-0. I think Diaz makes it. I think his main competition will be the guys I've got in top 4 alongside him, Chronic, Wavy, First Killer. I think these are the guys, Chronic and Wavy and First Killer, have won 1v1 tournaments in North America before. Yeah, I mean these other guys making top 8 are also like minor threats. I mean AJ and Evo are definitely very, very strong. But yeah, Diaz is looking unstoppable right now. He's been the best player in just the Americas in general for 1v1 for a while. Whether it's North America or South America. He just seems like the guy to beat at the moment, so I'm going to need to give it to him. And that would be a high-flying, insane match. I mean, honestly, any of these would be crazy. If we get First Killer, if we got a Wavy, if we got any of the actual NA players, because Diaz is a SAM player, but if we got any of the actual NA players in Rally, that would obviously go crazy because the crowd is going to be really behind them. But yeah, Naupo, Rawas, both so fun to watch. So all these potential matchups are just amazing. If you're a Ones fan, then I'm sure you're excited about the prospect of Rawas versus Diaz, Rawas versus First Killer, Naupo versus Diaz, Naupo versus First Killer, or even a dark horse making it through. It's all really exciting stuff. But I mean, what would you guys? This is my question to you guys for the comments. Who do you hope makes it all the way to Lyon from this? Because if you're going to handpick an opponent for Moxie, do you want the KSA France rivalry? Do you want a Roas Moxie for the millionth time? That could be pretty cool. Do you want Naupo? Do you want a first killer, a Diaz? I think it could be pretty fun to see a MENA player against Moxie, because they do have the big rivalry, France versus MENA in ones. France versus KSA in 1v1 is a huge rivalry, and out of all these guys, Roas is the main guy Moxie's had history with, so that would be the obvious one for storylines just related to Moxie. But I mean, they'd all be really fun. Diaz, Naupo would be a big playstyle difference compared to Moxie, so I think stylistically those would match up really well. But yeah, I mean, they're why can't we just have them all? We need more of this. I feel like we need more. Now that we've got we've got 1v1 in the door, I just want to see more of it. But that's my my prediction. I think it's going to be Naupo Diaz making it. Be sure to tune into my stream this weekend if you want to follow along, and tune into the RLCS channel, the Rock League channel as well. If you want to see, I'll be casting both. I'll be casting the MENA, the grand finals on the mainstream, and then also I'll be casting the NA broadcast. We're just kind of covering all of the playoffs over there on the Rock League channel. Yeah, let me know in the comments who you think is going to make it, and also who you want to make it to Leon. What's your dream matchup against Moxie over there? Check out the next rank links in the description if you haven't already. We've got new videos coming out regularly on the YouTube channel. Join the Discord and check out our free course, which a lot of people have been having a lot of success with. But you don't believe me? Read the testimonials in the Discord. Is usually the best place to go and find out another opinion apart from myself and apparently Jack. That's all for this one though, guys. Hope you enjoyed the 1v1 this weekend. Hopefully that's everything covered. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Shout out again to Cody V for making the sheet that we could do our quick fire predictions on. And good luck to all the players. Can't wait to watch myself. Obviously, you guys will not be surprised to hear that. And yeah, again, I'll be view partying Thursday and Friday, so be sure to tune in. I'll see you guys there.